As we face continued troubles and unrest in our nation, which is likely to continue for some time, we must keep praying into that for God's kingdom to come. And at the same time, seek to extend God's kingdom through our mission to reach the lost and make disciples. We must make sure that we don't get distracted from our primary purpose as a church, because at the end of the day, only the gospel of Jesus carries hope for this nation. Last year, I shared how God had spoken prophetically about the harvest he has for us in the Seacoast and beyond, and it's actually contained in our mission booklet. But it meant multiplying ourselves, not just gathering more and more people in one location, but multiplying our church, multiplying leadership, multiplying ministry and gifting so that we can bless the whole of the Seacoast and beyond. And we said that our first step would be to start gathering in another location north of the river to be more purposeful and effective in reaching people in that area. And just to be clear, we weren't envisaging a separate church plant just kind of doing their own thing, and neither was it to be just another church location as a matter of kind of convenience for our members in the north. It's something else. It is another location where our church can gather, but it's to function like a church plant in the sense that the goal is to reach new people, to bring the gospel to those communities and to grow by conversion, which of course needs to be the goal for all of our church communities, including those who gather in Portsmouth and wherever else we might start gathering. Our vision is to be one unified church with multiple congregations so that we can be more effective in serving our communities, reaching the lost and gathering in the harvest God is giving us. Now, we spent time praying into that at the beginning of last year. We made plans to ask a group of people to commit to helping us take that first step in being part of a missional community, gathering somewhere north of the river, and then COVID-19 hit. But rather than seeing it as the enemy disrupting our plans, we see it as God working out his plans in ways that we could never have imagined. In the book of Acts, there was a persecution of the church, which no doubt the enemy intended for evil. But God in his sovereignty worked it for good as it caused Christians to be thrust out in mission, and new churches started in places like Antioch. And we now have a gathering in Somersworth that came about because of COVID. It wasn't how we planned it, but we are now gathering there every Sunday. We've got new people attending, including a growing Hispanic community. We also have younger leaders coming through, leading the meetings, which was all part of our vision of training, equipping, and releasing. God is at work. But as we look ahead into this new year, right, what we must be careful of is it doesn't just become a location of convenience, it's just a closer meeting for some of the folks in the north to be able to attend. It's important that we continue to pray into the vision that God has given us. We need to pray that everyone in our church will see themselves as being on mission to their neighbours and communities, and that those who are part of the new congregation in Somersworth will be committed to playing their part to see it get established and grow, which means not just attending a meeting, but praying, serving, giving, as we shared in our vision booklet. So, can I ask all of us to be praying into this important first step for this new congregation that is forming, because we're actually all involved in what's happening there. We all have a part to play, the whole church, right? Those who want to be part of the new congregation are spearheading our mission into that area. But it's our mission together, or rather it's God's mission, but we are all involved. And your prayers will make a difference.